going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am Corey. Now,
And I'm Keisha.
and we are His and Herbs, and we're just some small time, soon to be big time gardeners growing food in the high desert of Southern California. You got it. She got it, y'all.
I pay attention.
She be paying attention. She be watching the videos.
He don't think I do.
Yeah. She got it though. All right, guys. So we're gonna be doing part 3 of our how to grow melons and cantaloupes and melons in containers today. And today's video is gonna be focused on fertilizing your melons through the growth season. Let's go get started. So the first thing you need to know about fertilizing your melons is that melons are heavy feeders. So they want a lot of organic matter. They want a lot of nutrients in the soil that's there when they're ready to feed, right? So that's why it's important that when you set up your container originally, you have as much good natural organic matter as you possibly can in that soil, right? Because that's gonna reduce how much you have to fertilize throughout the season, throughout the growth season. I'm gonna just give you guys what we do for our melons throughout the season. And then you can just make any adjustments you need for your garden, for your taste. After we've got everything filled with good, rich organic matter, what I do is once a month, on the first of every month, and I choose the first just because it's a simple, easy date for me to remember. I don't have to be thinking about like, oh, when was the last time I fed? Like, I don't have to keep track of anything because I know on the first is when I did it. What I do typically is I come through on the first of every month and I side dress with either compost or worm castings or a combination of both. You can use whatever you would like, whatever makes you happy in terms of side dressing or top dressing, whatever.
They can even use leaves, like they can last night.
Absolutely. You can use leaves, you can use shredded cardboard, shredded paper, you can use composted cow manure, composted chicken manure, you can use whatever, right? But the point is that you just add some kind of organic matter to your soil to feed the microbes, okay? Now understand, when you do that, you're introducing new microbes and new food to your soil, right? So it's like a double whammy. So what's gonna happen is those microbes are gonna break down the nutrients in that new mix you just added, and it's gonna be available to the plant. But it's gonna take some time. It's not an immediate thing. That's why I do that once a month, but then every week or every other week, I hit it with some 511, okay? Or some whatever fish emulsion that you guys have available in your area. I'll use that every week or every 2 weeks. I have to be careful with adding too much nitrogen to your container, because if you do that, what's coming, Keisha? Aphids. Aphids are going to be invited to the party, and we don't want them crashing the party at all, right?
What you said about aphids and nitrogen is very important, and that gives us some insight to imbalances in the soil, right?
True.
So if we're adding too much nitrogen, then the aphids are coming to balance out the situation, right?
Yeah.
So there's rules to nature.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's the only point I want to make.
Absolutely. So it's a balance, and unfortunately, when you're in a container, you have to be nature. You have to be that balance. So, like if you grow it in the ground, obviously, the ground is going to be Mother Nature's already taking care of your ground. So you're just assisting. With this, you're 90% of the lead on this. So you have to be mindful of the things that you're putting in your container, because it has nowhere else to go to get nutrients from. We use the 511 once a week, you can use it once a week. We used to do it once a week. Now we do it once every 2 weeks, because we try to make sure, about the aphid population and all that good stuff, right? But with nitrogen comes a lot of green growth, right? So you can use nitrogen. It's gonna promote a lot of vigorous growth. It's gonna bush out, and you're gonna have a lot of leaves, but you're gonna get fewer fruit and fewer flowers, okay? That's why in the early stages of the growing, I'll use the nitrogen. The moment that I use the 511. The moment that I see flowers on my plants, on any plant throughout the garden, I cut the 511 and I switch to more bloom, which is a 0-10-10. So it's no nitrogen, 10% phosphorus, 10% potassium. Because potassium and phosphorus, they're both good for overall plant health in terms of developing good disease resistance, giving you healthier fruit, stronger fruit. It makes the plant just stronger overall. better tasting fruit. It just makes the plant stronger overall. So once I see flowers forming on the plant, I stop with the 511. I give it the more bloom, which is 0 to 10, and I'll continue that throughout the season until basically I harvest the plant. I'll harvest the fruit. And that honestly is it as far as what we do for fertilizing our watermelon, our cantaloupe, anything like that. This is just really a base for how you fertilize your garden, right? You don't have to follow our procedures exactly. I'm just telling you what we do and how we've had success in the past, what's worked for us. That's all I'm doing. So if you want to add something else, by all means, add something else. The point is that you fertilize. You have to fertilize your stuff, especially when it's in a container, because it has no place else to draw that stuff from.
And once again, this is a very important subject to us, because when we first started gardening, we always said that once we figured it out, we would always keep a heart for the new gardener. And we came to the conclusion that your soil matters. And I mean, it's worth repeating in every video, because there's new gardeners every day. There's a new gardener born every day. So it's worth mentioning in every video how important soil is, how important fertilizing is, because that's something that, like, when we started gardening, we didn't see a lot of, you know, the people we were watching anyway.
So I'm gonna just show you real quick how we mix our 511 and our more bloom. So the directions tell you 2 tablespoons per gallon of water, which cover 25 square feet. So that's a lot of math and configuring. Simply what I do is I add 2 tablespoons per gallon, and then I know that should feed roughly 25 of these. So I should be able to take care of all of these, because it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to, you're not trying to water your plants with your fertilizer. You're just trying to feed it, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot. So this is a 2 gallon water I put. Now everybody's different. You can do it however you want to do it. I'm just telling you that if you don't know how, this is just, like I said, an estimate, an idea of how to use it. This is a 2 gallon waterer. I'll add 4 tablespoons to this, and I'll just, when I'm watering this, it's hot.
You put a little extra.
Why?
You said you put 4 tablespoons.
Yeah, because
so
it's
that's
2 per gallon.
Okay,
yeah, it's 2 per gallon. So, you know, it's that. That's all you're trying to do.
Just a drip.
That, yeah, you don't need a lot. Shoot, you should see Homestead Heart. She used less than, she used just a spray. She used one of them little yard sprayers.
Okay.
And yeah, she just hit it for a quick second, and then she just moving on.
Oh.
And she says a gallon of this lasts her like 2-3 years.
What?
Yes, that's how little she uses on her thing. So the point behind me saying that is preference. If you are rich in organic matter in your soil in the first place, you don't need a lot of this. You know, this is just a quick boost to help the plant while the microbes are doing their job and breaking everything down, right? So that's just how we do it. Everybody can do it different. So that's it, guys. That's how we fertilize our garden. That's how, you know, we fertilize our melons, rich in organic matter in the pots, adding the 511 until I see the once every week or once every 2 weeks, until I see flowers. And then once I see flowers, hit it with the more bloom, and I do that until I harvest the plant. Hopefully you guys found some value in this video. So hopefully something that we said will help you in your garden journey. And you guys know what to do. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and
see you in the next one.
deuces.